Yo, what's up guys, my name's MJ, and today we're going to be making a drift build out of the Porsche 911 Carrera 2 Gunther Works today, one of my favorite cars in Forza Horizon 5. I mean, this thing is just so beautiful, the full carbon body Porsche. Yeah, this thing's sick. So yeah, subscribe and let's get right into it. Alright, here we go. I might have a couple of upgrades done to the car already, but... ooh, we might just keep the stock flat 6 and add the twin turbos. Let's see how much power that thing makes. We're gonna put the snow tire compound on there because the snow tires are actually the best tire compound for drifting. In Forza Horizon 5, they're actually better than the drift tire compound. And those stock wheels are kind of beautiful. Yeah, I'm actually gonna end up keeping those. Fitment's fine. Okay, and you can't make the wheels any bigger, but honestly, the wheel size looks fine to me. It's already maxed out. The clutch, we are gonna put the drift transmission on there. Let's see, definitely does not have the drift diff. Looks like I already made a race build on this. So, it's going to be maxed out in terms of the race settings, but we got to make it a drift spec now. I low-key should have just reset all the upgrades. I'll put the roll cage in there, why not? But whatever. Because I definitely only have one of these things. These things are super rare in Forza Horizon 5. So yeah, I only had one. I already made a race build on it. So this thing should be maxed out already, minus the twin turbos that we just added and the intercooler. Alright, I mean, that was super duper quick. Let me check the body kit. I'm sure I put the best looking stuff on it already though. Yeah, I low-key like the blue lip. What's the difference? Oh, this adds like a little piece at the top of the spoiler. Yeah, we can have the piece, whatever. Wow, that was so quick. Rear-wheel drive, right? Yeah. That's a completed drift build already, unless it doesn't make enough power. That certainly makes enough power. Okay. And it only weighs 2,500 pounds. This thing's gonna be a beast. But before we continue, we do have a quick sponsor for today's video. If you're looking for extra credits, wheel spins, rare cars, or anything for your Forza Horizon 5 account, make sure to check out MitchCactus.com. They're 100% safe and legit with zero ban risk, and this is because everything is done through the auction house. For credit drops, all you have to do is list a cheap car in the auction house for max buyout, and they will buy it and rinse and repeat until you have the credits that you paid for. For rare cars, you simply pick the car, and they will keep dropping it in the auction house until you get it. Unlike modded products, these are all done legitimately through the auction house, and they have thousands of Trustpilot reviews, so if you guys need anything for your Forza account, make sure to check out MitchCactus.com. The link will be in my bio, and make sure to use my code MJ for 5% off of everything. Alright, back to the video. Okay, and we're definitely not going to paint the car at all, so onto the custom tuning, and of course the tune share code can be at the bottom of the screen so that you don't have to follow along. Unless you want to follow along, go ahead. But tire pressure all the way low in the rear. Gearing we cannot change until we actually drive and test the car, so we're going to skip that one for now, but as soon as we're done with this tuning, we're going to drive the car and change around those gear ratios. Get everything dialed in. I mean, Loki has a lot of power. -1 wouldn't even be that bad in the rear. Let's see, anti-roll, we're going to set everything towards soft, but not all the way. I think 9 looks about right. And as long as you make the front and the rear even, you'll have a very balanced drift car. And same thing with the springs, you want to set everything towards soft, because it's a drift build, you know. With a race build, you'd set everything towards stiff. But just make sure that they're fairly even, so that your car is pretty balanced, front to back. Alright, damping, same exact thing. This one's a little bit less important than the springs, but you still gotta do it. So 4, looks about right. We'll make everything 4, why not? For the aero, I'm actually going to put the rear wing all the way towards speed, so there's as little downforce as possible over the rear wheels, so it's easier to slide it. You know, you don't want any downforce over the rear wheels. Excuse me, we don't talk about that voice crack, bro, what the hell. But brake balance, we're going to set it 40% towards the rear because it actually sets it towards the front. For braking, mid-drift, and during your transitions, it'll make your transitions a little bit easier when braking, if the brake balance is set towards the front. Diff, we want it 100%. And then decel, it could be at 0. And that seems like a completed drift build. Yeah, that is all looking good, except for the gear ratios. We still have to test those and change those around, but let's actually do that right now. And now this car is rear engine, so it might handle a little bit different than most of the drift cars that I'm used to. But if you guys haven't seen any of my videos in the past, but after I set up the gear ratios, what I have to do is I get 1 attempt at the 4-mile long mountain drift zone, and if I get 1,000,000 points first try, then it's a good drift build. If I do not get 1,000,000 points first try, then I suck and you have to dislike the video. Alright, but let's get right to it. We're going to test the gear ratios and then do our 1 pass on the 4-mile long mountain drift zone. Let's check these gear ratios. We want 3rd gear for these, slower, tighter turns. And 4th gear for these longer ones. I mean, this does not look that bad at all. I think 4th gear I'm going to want slightly shorter though. Whoa, this car handles well. I think it's the rear engine-ness, but it just stays in the drift so well, and the transitions, it just transitions so easily to another slide. Yeah, we need 4th gear to be a little bit shorter though. So let's change that up. That might be alright. Let's check that. We might need to make it even a little bit shorter than that. Alright, these gear ratios are looking perfectly good now. So let's fast travel over here and start the mountain drift zone. Alright, here we go. So we're going for 1,000,000 points on our first attempt at this mountain drift zone. 4 miles to go. 1,000,000 points to get. I didn't get the best line there. Can't lie. I also didn't get the best line there either. Hang on, I'm looking a little bit rusty. Let's see. A little bit far. I'm super rusty, bro. Let me lock in. I've been doing a lot of wheel drifting though, but mainly on Assetto Corsa. So going back to controller, it's like slightly different. But no, this car is super nice to drift. I honestly really like the rear engine-ness of this car. I like the way that feels. It's just so easy to transition into another corner. And just keep your drift going from corner to corner. Because I feel like the weight in the back, it just keeps like the transition going. Rather than having all the weight in the front. I feel like it likes to stay sideways for longer than a front engine car would, if that makes sense. And you look at this, you can just pin it to the edge. Oh, look at that. You just pin it to the edge of every single corner. Yeah. This is a very good drift build. Look at that, dude. We're gonna brake a little bit there. Just pin it to the edge of this corner. Go over here, pin it to the edge of this corner. Yeah. Yeah. This thing is so controllable. I love the way this car handles. I mean, I'm really liking this rear engine layout. It feels super good to drift. Come on. High-speed section. Let's see how it does. It does perfectly. Look at that. Perfect entry. Look at that. We could just put it on the edge of every single corner that we want. Get as close to the guardrail as I want. Without touching it, that was perfect. But it low-key messed up my entry to this corner, but it's okay. Let's see if we can do it again. Look at that. Right at the edge of the corner. Every single time. Dodge this guardrail. Oh, okay. I messed up the line there. That's on me. Got pretty close to it at the end, though. But there's like 2-3 corners left. We're about to touch the 1,000,000 points. This is perfect. Oh, I messed that up. I slowed down a little too much. On me. But yeah, there we go. 1,000,000 points. One more corner. Try to get it close to the guardrail at the end. Alright, I messed it up a little bit. But 1.043 million, I believe it was, for this beautiful, absolutely beautiful, full carbon body Porsche Gunther Works. I mean, just look at this thing. It's got the different headlights too. This thing is beautiful. Oh, did not mean to twist it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this drift build and tune in the comments down below. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.